Virgo. How you doing, Virgo? Welcome to your Astroflower reading from the 3rd of October going through to the 10th. I think it's those dates. What you're going to be seeing here is the sun. I do a lot of work with the sun. I do a lot of work in the my energy healing, which I've been doing over a lot of time. And I've noticed all those sort of connections between the sun, the earth, and the human energies. And I use that a lot within my healing. I also do that a lot in my workshops, which I will be having in November in the UK. If you want to be there, check out the links in the description below for that at some point. So we're going to be going into the sun and how these elements are affecting the elements that is going through you. So let me just pull up Virgo. There you are. So you'll see Virgo now coming up below it. So we'll be going into a clarification on the cards according to the vibrations of the sun and according to your Astroflower and the qualities and elements that are within your sign. So you want to stay on this channel or watch all the way through so you can see this clarification according to all of that. This is the Astroflower here. There is your elements that is just down below you, your elements and your qualities. Let's just go through it. Let's just get straight in here and let's see what's going on with the overall energies flowing through you or flowing through your Astroflower at this moment. There's a song in there somewhere, surely. Come on. Okay, let's just see what the energies are going on here. It's very bright, very breezy, very it's fun. There's a lot of fun to be had for you this week, I think. I think I might have seen this in your monthly readings actually. Rite of passage. So this is the starting week of it. Yeah, this is straight out of it. If you haven't seen the monthly readings, please do go and look at it. The monthly reading for October for the collective and the individual ones is mind-blowing. So was the ones for September and the equinox 3 monthly readings, which take us up to Christmas. This week here is basically don't get too tied up into other people's control dramas. It's just let them flow off your back. Let it flow through. Let it flow through. You've got all of that earth that goes around you because you're pure earth, but you've also got a lot earth coming through you here and coming down through you here, coming from Cancer. Okay, so there is a lot of earth, and that's what's been affected by the sun. We'll go through that on the clarification. But the overall energy here is just literally dance your way through this week. Let's see what's going on with the karmic message for your relationship side. I think this reflects the overall energy here. You're very, let's say, you network very well, but you're also a very humane person. You connect with people on a very humane level. And it is that whole sort of pure earth, sort of the earth scenario. You do enjoy being with other people when they are very, when they're open and want to, interact. You will pull teeth if you have to, but at the same time, it's much better when everybody's enjoying themselves, and principally you. And I think this is here is how do you enjoy your moment with others that are around you? Yeah, I think this is a time to have a reflection on your emotion this week, how you emotionally enjoy yourself with your relationships that are around you. And this could be your couple, this could be your family, your friends, your community. It's all about having stable emotions for you this week and learning about those stable emotions and how you can procure those stable emotions within you. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic message. They're throwing things at you, I think. So you've got to learn to resist what to say yes to and what to say no to. It seems like there's a perpetual learning process for Virgos on this, actually. But the universe here is I think they're going to try you a little bit. I think they're going to test you out a little bit. Look at that. really divine. They're really in tune with that energy. It's very childlike energy. They're almost sort of like almost poking fun at you, but in a really nice way, and helping you to realize that if you concentrate on one emotion at a time, you'll understand how your emotions work in a really good way and how they connect with other people that are around you. I think they're going to send you a lot of invitations, so you can accept. You can do a lot of socializing this week. It can be absolutely brilliant, and you don't have to go into deep conversations. If people want to go into deep conversations, I just kind of go, yeah, I haven't really thought about that. I've been too busy looking at the beautiful sunsets or whatever, you know. I wouldn't get drawn into heavy conversations, basically, or heavy aspects within your relationships. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Now, I think, okay, you shouldn't be asking that question in there. Should I, in your head? Should I, shouldn't I? Yes and no, sort of. Whether you should say yes or no to an invitation. It's feeling it within your body. And I think this is where the guides are trying to help you. It's when you're going through that, should I go to this? Pay attention to what's going on in your body, because your body's going to turn around to you and give you that clear yes or no. You don't need to know the reasons why the yes and the no. You can do in time. But at the moment, I think this week here is just sort of kind of realizing how you work best with yourself and just trying it out on the world that is around you. It's a bit of a leap of faith for you. It's trusting the body rather than the head. And that's difficult for you, Virgo, sometimes, because you're very intellectual. Because you've got that Libra that's next to you, that's flowing all those emotions, all that mental energy, that air energy, as it sweeps down through you. And this is like this section here is almost like a bubble within it. So with your relationships around you, you may get caught into, in the past, you may get caught into conflicts or conversations within your mental sort of side with other people. And this week here is let go of it. Allow your emotions just to flow and just be gentle and calm. Because if you go into the mental, that's when your emotions going to be pulled a lot, because it's too quick. You've got to allow the body to speak to you. So it's a bit of a leap of faith for you here. And I think this is where the guides are trying to help you to learn your instrument, how to play your instrument, which is your body, your chakras and stuff like that. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. They're bringing up a lot of memories. So you may be connecting with people that you know a lot already, family, friends, community, that sort of thing. And they're bringing up memories that make you kind of go, oh, that's nice. And, it's almost as if they're asking you to reproduce those memories or reproduce that sensation with those people that are around you. Lead by your heart, I think. This is a beautiful side on your relationships. Very, very bubbly, very lively. It's very you. You should really enjoy your relationships this week. If you're not enjoying it, I would not get involved. That's when that no comes into play. But I would also be very attentive of what happens in your body. So then in the future, you can then just turn around and say no without worrying. That is the evident path, that karmically you're correct. You're in place. You're there. You're within the harmonious place of the Ace of the King of Cups, which is a new, it's a new sensation here because it's an Ace of Cups. So these are new ways of doing things with your relationships that are around you. Let's just have a look what's going on the finance, on the business, on the job side of life. This is the karmic message here for your job side. This is a lot more vibrant. This is almost if you're going to put anything into anything this week, I would put it into your work. So, apply yourself into your work emotionally. I'm just having a look at because on your work side, you mainly have, so you got fire and then air coming in there. So you got that there, but then you've got the fire and air, which is the base of this petal here as well. So it's a lot of this is where you can put your mental activities in. rather than getting them stuck in your relationships, put it within your workspace. And here, the karmic message here is sort of like, it's almost like a snake. It's ready, and you got to be ready to poise to jump and react, and seeing things in a different way. So it's almost as if like seeing it out the corner of your eye and just kind of got it, that sort of thing. It's looking at your opportunities within your workspace, within your job and your business in a different way. This could tie into the monthly readings as well. This is to do with the way we respect each other and how that becomes a new currency in our working space, and seeing how you can do this differently within your projects, within your job, and so forth. Let's just see how the universe is trying to guide that that karmic message. There is several pathways here, but they're all interconnected, and it's as if like the universe is sort of saying, you've got, out of these 10 possibilities, you've got to select 3 of them. It's streamlining a lot. Yeah, so it's almost as if like the universe is kind of going, okay, Virgo, you've had a difficult last 3 or 4 months, maybe. It might have been difficult on the financial side of life, difficult to get things going, get things moving on. Doesn't mean you necessarily lost a job, but it's been very painful because you've had to sort of, you haven't been able to explore the opportunities because of the certain constraints upon you. But that difficult time, the universe is sort of saying here, with these choices that you can make, these difficult and painful things that have been causing you a bit of a pain in the backside in the past is finished. You're moving on to, you're moving on from difficult times onto better times. And I think this 6 of Swords has a lot to do with it. It's the rite of passage, just letting go of the idea of failure within you. So not being overly optimistic either, but being realistic, I think, more than anything else. And as you see things in a different way, that's how, as you see things in a different way, the universe is going to show you the things that were painful or difficult within your workspace. This could be within your job, your business, or your projects. And that's what the universe is sort of saying. This is either you need to work on or you need to let go of. One of the other. And this week here, I think it's going to be a beautiful week for you to do that. I think you're going to enjoy doing it, actually. It's, even the difficult stuff. Let's just see how you guys are trying to influence that karmic message. You need to find your balance, and because when you work, Virgo, it's sometimes you work, you end up with blinkered vision, and here they're sort of saying there needs to be a harmonious. If you want success, why do you want success? Just for success' sake, or do you want success because you want your life to advance? Do you want to have more time to spend because you're okay for the finances? Do you want to explore life a little bit more, which you need finances in order to do? This is that sort of thing. It's realizing that if you're going to work hard, you've also got to play hard, sort of scenario here. So yeah, I think this is the healing process that they're trying to make you realize. It's healing with you and your side of how you work. And doing things and looking at things in a different way that's built upon respect for one another. And that healing process there is realizing that, yeah, you can work hard, but at the end of the day, you will have to, this is so funny, I'll tell you in a second, you will have to also take care of you. That's really important. I was going to say earlier on that you've got the 10 of Swords here and you've got the 6 of Swords here. That only leaves the 4 of Swords to come out. If you've got a rite of passage from the 10 of Swords, this is what you will get. And it is this healing moment. And this is where the guides are trying to do that within your workspace. They're trying to sort of say, you can't take on those 10 things. You've got to streamline it a bit and concentrate on certain things so you can feel at absolute, you can feel at ease, and you'll become a lot more sort of productive in your life. Let's just see, in regards to money and jobs and etc. See how the guides are trying to influence that karmic, that conversation that is within you. They're the ones with a carrot here. This is the ones with a stick, sort of saying, calm it, take it easy, no. And these guys here are kind of going, look what you could win. Look what you could win. Look at what you could win. I've got the Two of Swords. Got nothing but swords. All of that air is coming through here on these cards here. Really playing through a lot here. So they're trying to make you realize that the karmic message here, right, is that Hangman, which is a case of he's taken off that blindfold and put it round their waist so they can hang off the tree of life to see things in a completely different way. You've got the Two of Swords here who are your guides are trying to sort of saying, if you trust yourself and realize that, yeah, you can have success, you are allowed success, because Virgo, unfortunately, you want success, but you almost don't believe in it. Sometimes you don't believe that you're allowed success. And I think this is an old view that you need to get shot of, get rid of. Why? You should have that success. And if you're ripping off that sort of blindfold, you will get in a position where you will have success, and your guides are going to help you flow through it. Although it looks pretty awful, it's got to be said, if you were just taking the cards, you've got the 2, 4, 6 and 10 of swords. You only need the 8 of swords to come up there and you're laughing, but it's all to do with sort of pairs and stuff like that, and it's seeing things in a different way here. But I think it's actually going to be quite a good week for you, for the financial front. I don't necessarily think you're going to be earning a lot of money and selling a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that are getting sorted basically for you. And this is a week of getting things done, preparing for your future. Talking about your future, let's get into that, see what's going on in the overall outcome of it and how it leads into the weeks after that. If you do this work, if you realize that you can't do everything, so you can't cook the meals and serve the dinner in the restaurant, it's just not possible. You can do, but it's only going to be a snack, isn't it? In a van. Cook it. Would you want, madam? Or would you want, sir? Yeah, okay, there you go, sir. But if you're running a restaurant, and I think you'd love to run a restaurant, actually, Virgo, it's the sort of thing you'd really enjoy. You can't do both. So you have to do a bit of streamlining here. And it doesn't have to be difficult. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be causing you angst and pain and stuff like that. Okay? And I think if you realise that, there's an enormous amount of happiness to come out of all of this. 5 of Swords. Yeah, it's walking away from conflict, basically. And I think by the end of the week and the coming week after that, you're going to realise that. And there's going to be a lot of things you're going to walk away from. And it doesn't necessarily mean walking away from other people or from jobs or stuff like that. It could be like kind of going, I'm going to do this and I'm going to earn X amount of money next week. Walking away from your own personal illusions is also a good thing. But it's this conflict, this internal conflict you have to walk away from that's causing you headaches. And I think in this coming week, after the end of this week, this lesson that you're learning here to see things in a different way, if you really get this down and dusted, you're going to walk away from a lot of headaches in your life, walking away from that pain there. And you're going to move on to something that's absolutely beautiful. Your relationship side here, I think, is probably going to be the part that's going to flow the best for you, more than anything else. But on the most exciting part is that work side, because there's real change afoot here, and you can be a real part of that change. So let's just go into the sun now. Here we can see the sun coming up there. And it's going to, so the main feature is that coronal hole, which is that earth energy. And you are pure earth. So it's all about you. It goes all around you, and how it's all about this week of how you interact with the world around you. This seems to be the most important thing. There is an aspect here of there where that you've got that cardinal earth coming down onto the hangman. And this is where the emotions are transformed into something concrete. So this is going from the tree of life, which the hangman is hanging from, the tree of life, into that inner vision, which of how this can be done and actually put into place, and observing that world around you. So it's converting the spirit or the force of the tree of life into things that are sort of concrete within your workspace. It's going to be difficult for you to look at because it's opposite to the hangman. So it's going to be trying you a little bit to do that. But I think if you, excuse me a second, if you can get that work done and see things in a different way and actually be able to do things in a different way, it's going to cause you enormous amount of success. Those emotions that come in on this side here from Cancer is also going to be provoking in you, how do I feel about doing this in a different way? What sort of things work for me? And this is that whole healing process here. And what you're just waiting upon now is the sun to kick off with a bit of fire, which will then ignite all of it and allow you to see things completely differently. And it will carry you through to the coming week into a situation where you can walk away from a lot of things that are just causing you headache. It seems like on the relationship side, that's already sorted. So the most important one you have, because you have earth in every single one of these petals down below. But the most important one of this, I think, is this, because you've got that fixed earth in that section there. And that's going to fix a little bit your emotions, because you've got that fixed emotions that come down onto the top of it. And as the earth is going to be the most dominant, it's going to be really productive for you to do a bit of socializing aspect to your life. The mutable factor, which is you, is how you sort of just allow yourself to float and glide between those relationships, which I think is going to be really important. This here with the Ace of Cups is more into this way here, because you've got the earth there and the water there. And this is going to be that leap of faith, that moment there. You're going to try out being a new way with the people that are around you. So you'll see a lot of this stuff on Cymatic TV and learn how these energies can play into your elements and your qualities within your sign, which is linked in the description below. I will be starting that again this week because I've taken time off because I've done a lot of movement in my life as well. There's been a lot going on. So that should be coming up this week, so you can learn a lot about the elements and how they connect to the Earth's energy, the human energy, and your chakra and your aura system. Okay, so I think the most important cards for you this week is the karmic message. It is King of Cups and the Hangman, and just allow the universe to just carry you through this. Okay, so there you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for getting all the way to this section here. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much for being here. We really do appreciate your support. If you're not subscribed, why not? You should subscribe. It would just show us a bit of appreciation, and also sharing this reading across all platforms and encouraging other people to get into the flow of their life will make everybody's life a lot easier. Okay, so in the meantime, Virgo, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.